African soldiers, African soldiers to fight for freedom.
And indeed, African soldiers to fight for freedom.
African soldiers to fight for freedom.
Once you listen to this song, and when you hear this song every morning, you know very well
Martin Luther King, African soldier.
definitely you know that it is the program Good Morning Liberia on Voice of Liberia 104.1. And let me say good morning to all of you. Let me welcome all of you to another edition of the program. This is where we converge each and every morning to speak about issues and, of course, these are issues that matters to Liberians. So let me say good morning to all of you. Let me say welcome. We have come again. We're here again to talk about Liberia, to talk about the government, to talk about other international things. We're here this morning to have a conversation. I always say that it is better we talk, it's better we speak truth to power. We continue to speak, and speak out so we see what is better for our country, Mama Liberia. So let me say good morning to all of you. Let me say welcome. Let me say that we are grateful to God Almighty for yet another day. Whenever you wake up in the morning, make sure you say a prayer. It is necessary that you do that, though. Say a little prayer and then you keep your day going. Because without God, you're nothing. The life that we're living is a borrowed one. So whenever we wake up, it is not our right to be alive. We do not have any law in a book, or there's no constitution that says that it is your right to be alive. No. But thank God for always carrying us through and always protecting us. Although at times the journey may seem hard, at times you do not have what others have. At times you feel that things, it is not going the way, or things are not going the way it's supposed to be. But you need to be grateful. You need to be grateful. You need to be thankful. So let me say welcome to all of you. Those of you watching our live video, I want to say welcome. Thank you for joining. Let us all please share the live video. Invite a friend to watch. Invite a friend to listen as we go about this discussion. There's a lot of things happening in our country. My people, how is LEC? How is LEC? Is LEC stable in your community? We want to know how is LEC in all of the communities. We want to know what is going on with Liberia Electricity Corporation. What is going on? Why the people continue to complain? The current now, people are getting for 6 hours, some people 5 hours. And nothing is happening though. But there's a lot of things to talk about this morning, a whole lot on the plate, and we will dive into it. We will be joined by Ben Belief Tokpa shortly this morning. My name is Samira Onelai. Of course, I'm Samira Onelai, and I'm here with you this morning up to our closing time. That is 10 o'clock, and there's a lot on our plate. So let us all please share the broadcast. Invite a friend to watch. Invite a friend to listen. Let us all share it in all of the group chats. Those of you watching us, if you're watching me right now, I'm sharing the broadcast though. The producer is a late producer. The producer just coming in, my people. Let me give myself the credit this morning. I'm producing myself. But let me say welcome to all of you as I'm sharing. Continue to share also so that we all be able to have a magnificent conversation here on the broadcast. Let me say welcome to all of you. It's great to be here. It's great to have a conversation wherever you're joining us from. Those of you in the diaspora, I want to say welcome. Today we are doing the jackpot. Definitely we need to talk about it. Then we go into acknowledgement. Some of the people, who's commenting. Those of you watching us, drop as to where you're comment watching us from, excuse me. And I'm going to be able to read majority of the comments out because there have been a couple of people who have called me, texted me, why you can read my comment? Why you can read my comment? At times, it's not that I intentionally do it, but when we read all of the comments on the live video, definitely we will not be able to, dive deep into the conversations that we want to have. But as for this morning, I can promise you that I'm going to try my best to do what I can do, to read out majority of the comments. I'm not going to tell you that I'll read out all of the comments because if I say so and I do not do it, I'll be a liar. And I don't want to be a liar. Okay. So definitely we will try our best to see what we can do. But this morning, the jackpot is on and play the cash giveaway this morning. If you have money on your mobile money play, I urge you to play so that you'll be able to win some good cash here this morning. Star 799 star 8 hatch, star 799 star 8 hatch is the code, and all you need to do is to play with 200 LRD. This morning, our payment will start from 10,000. If we're giving you 5,000, then it's like we're dashing you, right? So our payment will start from 10,000 this morning. You want to send the link quickly. Our payment will start from 10,000 this morning. If we send you 5,000, it will mean we're dashing you, right? Is it dash you or dashing you, whatever way it is, right? Whatever way you want to call it, okay? So that is what we'll be doing this morning. And also, there's a lot to talk about, a whole lot. We're going to weigh in on this issue that has to do with the president, Mr. Boakai. He have a couple of things to say to Liberians. We will play the video for you. It is in the chat room. You just want to get it on. We will play it for you. You will listen. We'll have a conversation around it. And the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the LEC issue. We were talking about it this morning. This LEC thing, it is becoming very, very much disgraceful, right? LEC is unstable in our country. You can't get good electricity. No. As much as you have people willing to pay to purchase LEC, when the people purchase the LEC, it will come for maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, and leaves. How say that you're living in a country that LEC is not even stable? LEC can make up to 10 hours. Yeah, man, Liberia. Is this where we are now? And we will also talk about the House of Representatives. They are to create 16 new seats. And the House of Representatives supposed to be going for another by-election in District 10 again. So it's just adding up. It's just adding up. We will speak about this issue that has to do with the 79 billion Liberian dollars that central bank said that they will print out between 2026 to 2030. 79 billion dollars, Liberian dollars, they will print out from 2026 to 2030, and they lay out the reason, or they give out reasons why they will be printing such money. Okay, so the president adding money in the budget, central bank is printing out money, the House of Representatives want to add 16 new seats, and it's just increasing and it's getting much, right? But let us be able to read out few comments before going into our conversation this morning. You want to go to our comment section so that we read out few of the comments there on the broadcast. Okay. Shortly, we will be joined by Ben Belief Tokpa. Let us get a few comments here on the live video. This is Venetia's Junior Bar. This person says, I'm following you from Nukru Town. Zé Asek Dolo is watching from Flumba, Nimba County. Stanley Sharif is saying, congratulations. I'm Stanley Sharif watching from Broadville, place where national unity began. Okay. Siliki Tuare goes on by saying, good morning, Voice of Liberia family. Jonah Nakula Koli is watching from Swakoko Bon County. Emmanuel Tiwe is also following the broadcast from the RRA Highway. Prince Zion writes, good morning. I'm watching from Marshall City. And a happy birthday to my son Lafati Zion in the United States of America. You pay for your airtime, you pay for treat, oh yeah, that's how you say it. The treat I'm giving, you pay for it though. But let me say happy birthday to your son too. Sam Manuwe, he writes, good morning, a Voice of Liberia family. I'm watching you guys from a Pro Bowl corner at ELWA community. Emmanuel Favor Dad Million says he's following the broadcast live from Banka Bon County. Henry Tito Jr. is watching from his residence in Catwell, and he's saying thanks for the information to our country, Liberia. Habakkuk Esto is following our live broadcast this morning from Swetru City. Stanley Sharif says, let me say safe travel to the father of all dogs that went to pool to vote for him 2023. Let me say safe travel to the father of all dogs that went to the pool to vote for him. I'm yet to understand though. I know about the door part, but I'm yet to understand. Abraham M. Cunningham says good morning. Wilson is watching from 20th Street. Clarence Due is following from Cinco. And he writes, so Joseph Walker is referring to Liberians as dogs? That is a question from Clarence Due. Sam M. Garnison, he goes on by saying, good morning, VOL. I'm watching you from the biggest lime tree, Lofa Bridge, Golakane District, Grand Pound County. George Wayon is following from SD Copper Road. Abel Flomo is watching. Ezekiel Dodo, he says, good morning, Mama Liberia. I'm following closely from Browville, City, Montserrado County. Malu F. Fofana is watching from 20th Street. Akwe Zengo is also following from Lufa County. Von Chaman City. Bill Mimaka is following from Chicken Soup Factory. Stanley Sharif, he writes, did you hear that Joseph Walker is traveling or to party Mama Liberia again? Under this unprepared precedent, Liberians are going to bed with hunger, while Jen B and his hooligans officials are using millions of United States dollars on for nothing travel. And this is by Stanley Sharif. Sam Foote is watching from Golodi, Lasana Town, Bomi County, Clay District. And he says, the district without representative, we are with 2029. A lot of comments coming up here. I said I will read what I can read. I'll read majority. I will not read all of them. Karen Tolly is watching from King George. Trogon Kennedy is following from Old Road. Matthew Yolo is watching from ELWA Junction. Marcus Sao is following from Kakata Magibi County. Vamoyen M. Sharif, he writes, good morning, Samira Wanla. I'm following from Belleville City. Alexander Colley says, good morning, Voice of Liberia. I'm Alexander Colley Sr., following from Grand Judea County this morning. Okay, there where I'm going to stop with the acknowledgement, right? I'm not going to take up all of the time to read out all of your comments, but I want to say thank you for doing so. As we go about the discussion, you can weigh in while you're on the live video, drop your comments, and also let us share the video. Let us invite others to be able to watch and have access to information this morning. The cash giveaway is on, like we said. And this morning, we're going to give out 10,000 as our starting draw. Star 799 star 8 hatch. Star 799 star 8 hatch is the code. And all you need to do is to play with 200 LRD and stand a chance to win yourself some money here this morning. Okay, let us go strictly into it, right? You have the video there of the president. We're going to start up with that video. Let us play the video. You know, while the producer is getting the video, there are some Liberians, or someone would say, or Samira would say, uh, the president spoke figuratively, right? When he said that, dogs, or refer to it's not that Liberians are dogs, but it's a figurative term. Okay. Someone will say that. If you listen to it, someone might say it, but that is not the point. What the president said, whether he spoke in a figurative term or not, at this point in time, the president should not even be saying such thing. But let us play the video. You Liberians be able to listen to it. You'll be able to watch it, and then we'll be able to weigh into it and give our thoughts here. Play that video, please.
In the 9 years, we ought to ask ourselves, are we where we should be? But we're not complaining about the past. I always say, forget about the past. Don't cause the darkness, turn the light on. We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw a rock at each dog, you will not reach. Just move on, move on. Our job is to move on to build our country, make it better for our people, give them good drinking water, good roads, electricity, quality education for their children, good environment. That's the purpose. That's what it is stood up to elected for. And this is what we are committed to do.
Okay, you want to take that again? We're going to play it as much as we can. Because we want for Liberians to listen. Pay key attention to what the president is saying.
Years, we ought to ask ourselves, are we where we should be? But we're not complaining about the past. I always say, forget about the past. Don't cause the darkness, turn the light on. We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw a rock at each dog, you will not reach. Just move on, move on. Our job is to move on to build our country, make it better for our people, give them good drinking water, good roads, electricity, quality education for their children, good environment. That's the purpose. That's what it is stood up to elected for. And this is what we are committed to do. We ought to ask ourselves, are we where we should be? But we're not complaining about the past. I always say, forget about the past. Don't cause the darkness, turn the light on. We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw a rock at each dog, you will not reach. Just Just move on, move on. Our job is to move on to build our country, make it better for our people, give them good drinking water, good roads, electricity, quality education for their children, good environment. That's the purpose. That's what it is stood up to elected for. And this is what we are committed to do.
Okay, so you just want to hold it on the screen and we will take it bit by bit, right? We will take it bit by bit. We all of what the president said, we will talk about it. The president asked a question. Are we where we should be? That's a very salient question. A very good question. We're not where we should be. We are not where we should be as a country, as a very old nation. We're not where we should be. But here is my question to the president. Is it that the government is making effort so that we be able to move a step ahead of where we are? Mr. President, is the government making effort? Are there efforts that we're seeing? We see efforts from you guys. If the country is not where it should be, then what is it that your government came into power for? It is to be able to remove Liberians or to remove Liberia from where it is. And by doing so, it is not by throwing talks on people. By doing so, it is not by hunting people who go ahead and speak truth to power. By doing so, it is not by making people jobless. It's not going to take the country from where it is to move it a step ahead. So how can you ask a question that, are we where we should be? We're not where we should be. But progress in your government? Is your government on that, track wherein we're seeing changes from afar? That's the question, Mr. President. That's the question to you. You asked a very good question. We're not where we should be. I answered the question. Now, is it that your government is striving to be able to remove Liberians from where they are or to remove the country from where it is? What is it? What are some of the progress that we're seeing from your government to be able to elevate this country or to elevate the lives, the living condition of the citizens? Is your government doing so? So you taking the podium to ask as to if we're where we should be. We're not where we should be. But your government will be elected so that you be able to move the country forward. Not to hunt people, not to go after people, not to make people jobless. That is not what you're being elected for. That is not what you're being elected for. The president is departing. It's on the executive mansion page. He's going to the United States to attend and deliver keynote address at the Africa Peace Awards. Africa Peace Awards. The president is departing on the executive mansion page. Let me get it here. You want to give my other phone there, the people watching, so that they be able to see it. Yes, so that they be able to see it, so they know what we're talking about here. The president is leaving the country again, just as we're talking about what he said. He's leaving. He's going to the U.S. to go address, I don't know what's in a keynote and blah, blah, blah. That's who the president is. That's the kind of person he is. He leaves the country just to go give out messages, to deliver a keynote message. Other people leaving the country and coming back with something good, coming back with investments. But the president leaves, he used taxpayer money, and at the end of the day, he comes back with nothing. Absolutely nothing the president comes back with. Right? Nothing. He's leaving again. Going. Wait, let me get this. Let me get this video. My people, that have money, the man use you. That money he using you. You go on the executive mansion page. That's what the executive mansion page is there for to be doing the president travel thing, be doing all kinds of things. So you see where we're heading, my people. So the president asked a very, very much important question. We're not where we should be. And at the same point in time, your government is not making any strive to get Liberians, from the poverty that they're in. Okay? They're not making any. You ever say, yeah, the president going again? You see it? That the executive mansion page here. The president leaving the country again. I want for you to see it. You see? Liberians under the live video doing safe travel with the Lafayette in. Joe, the traveler, the travel ball, he's leaving again. Sometimes somebody leaving, and that man can be leaving. Say, who know what he can be going for? Whether he ain't gonna be doing a little checkups and things. Then people say, oh, the man going to deliver key. All the travel that the president has done, what is it he has come back with? But let us go into what he said to Liberians, though. Let us go into it. I just want to let Liberians to know that our president is not in the country again. He's leaving again. So let us move on to the next one. Now, the president also said that Liberians should forget the past and focus on the future. They are not going to listen to criticism. That's the kind of dictatorial leadership that we have. This is the kind of president that we have. They're not going to listen to criticism. That's the reason why you see people who are critiquing this government, people who are saying the truth about this government, people who are speaking out and saying that the government is not doing anything for the people. That's the reason why the president or the legislature or whoever, they will use their power to be able to go after the person. If even what they're doing, it is not legal. If it is illegal, they will use it. They will play blind eyes to the laws because they pay attention to criticism. Joe Parker can tell Liberians all of these things. Shut up, you people cannot be, you can be listening. And all of what the president is saying now, if he could have said, if he could have said it then, it would have been fine. Liberians' eyes could have been opened. But what the president said back then is completely different from all of what he's saying now. As soon as the president took power, the first and foremost thing he told Liberians, he said people should limit their expectation. He started telling Liberians that a lot of things will happen and blah, blah, blah. All of these things that he said. The president has wasted it on Liberians again. Then at the airport, Roberts International Airport right now, there where he is, he's about to leave the country to go to the U.S., saying how he's going to deliver a keynote address to the Liberia peace, blah, 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 in the U.S. I would money Joe Parker use it to go there. He's going to be relaxing in the VIP lodge, a place that he did not build, but he said only he wants to use it. Joe Parker for you. He said once you use it, you'll be relaxing there. They afterwards to make your own plane to the US, enjoying taxpayer money. Or Joe Parker that couldn't even afford hospital bill that Joe Parker today. And at the same point in time, he's not just, because the presidency comes with a lot of benefits. That is something that all Liberians know. It comes with a lot of benefits. But if you're getting these benefits and you are helping, and you're helping the people, and we're seeing changes, what you're doing is vivid. Liberians are seeing it, right? Then, the complaint will not be much. But you're telling Liberians to forget the past. How will Liberians forget the past when what was in the past was even better than what is in the present? How is it that Liberians will forget the past? What was in the past, what they criticized back then, is better than what is in the present. So Baka telling the people to forget the past. We'll reach to the part where he called Liberian dogs. He referred to them as dogs. You can say, yeah, figurative term. You're no book. You say that there's a figurative term. So the past that you talk about Liberians forgetting, what is in the past or what Liberians have in the past is quite better than what they have in the present. Let us look at the past and look at the present. This is 2026. 2027, 2028, 2029. We're talking about election and around here. Let's look back then. What we have did in the past. Look around you, Liberians. So how is it that Liberians will forget the past? What Ellen Johnson did in the past. Almost everybody thought that Joseph Boakai would have been better off than the Ellen, than the Weah regime. Weah regime had their own flaws and everything. But there were certain things that Weah regime did for the people. There are certain benefits. There were benefits that a regime brought to the country. The lobby. Nobody didn't say them to what they could do. Everybody had their own flaws. But at the end of the day, this government being elected. Let us look at the past. Because after the war, we had Ellen Johnson, we had George, we had to get Joseph Parker. So let us look at the past. Liberians will keep looking back at the past because all of what Liberians expected from you, all of what they thought that you wouldn't do, because the men are old men already, you get time for plenty of things and blah blah blah. Liberians thought that Liberia could be corruption free. There will be no corruption in our country. Where are we? Now, you spoke about they should forget the criticism and blah, blah, blah. You're not focusing on the criticism. How are you focusing on it? When your government is a dictatorship government, you are detect. So every time Liberian people say, if you don't go against the government says, say you don't go against me, I come in against you too. They will forget about what they're supposed to do for the Liberian people. The path that they're supposed to be on to better the lives of Liberians. They will leave it and focus on one person to bring that person down. And you're not doing well for yourself. You're not doing well for yourself. Look at what the government told the Yaga Koluba situation here. Even some of the folks within the government, they are saying that the government, like the legislature, did not do well. Like I said, you can't interfere because even though all of you know very well that the legislature did not get to turn, they did not reach 49 to expel Yaga Koluba. But yet still they did what they did. They focused, they put their energy on it. They passed the brown envelopes around so that people be able to take the man out of the house because they feel that the man is speaking against the government. How much time you get in power? Why can't you focus on the things that matter? Why you should go after an individual? You leave Yaga Koluba talk. Yaga Koluba will not do anything to you. He will talk. He can't do anything. You the president. You get all the right. When your car moving, your car will move by itself. Nobody car on the road. Even Yaga Koluba car, the Yaga Koluba car will park. Everybody submitting to you because you are the president of the Liberian people elected. So how is it that focusing your energy on Yaga Koluba to remove Yaga Koluba because Yaga Koluba speaking against the government is going to help? But it's in the past that you said that we should forget about. In the past, Yaga Koluba insulted people. Some of the insults that Yaga Koluba gave people here, you didn't receive a chin yet. A pinch of it you have not yet received. But yet and still, they call Yaga Koluba. Saying how we were getting there. The president saying how people living abroad, they are not the ones living here. We are the ones in the country and blah, blah, blah. We know how it is here. The people living abroad, they do not live here, but they have relatives here. They have friends here. They know what is happening in the country. They have relatives, they have friends that are begging them for money on a daily basis because nothing doing in this country. So the people here, they're like embarrassment to those of the people out there. So definitely they will interfere in our business. Because these are people that lived here before. Even the people here, the president saying how the people out there, we the one here, we know how it is here. Do you know how many people here, if they have the opportunity to leave this country, they will leave this country? Do you know? Don't say we know what's going on. We know we don't want in the country. We know how it is. We should forget about the people out there. People even wanted to leave this country to go to our fellow African country to be able to start a life there. At a point in time wherein you see people will be leaving the country, people will be duping them and all in it. People taking people, using them as sex slaves and all of that because of the hardship in the country. People wanting to go and start over in another country. Is it our country cannot make this place better for us? They can, but they don't want to do it. The leaders, the people we elect, they are our problems. So how can the president say the people living out there should not interfere, or we here we are the ones, the people, even some of the people who are here, you give them the chance today, you put money down today, give them a passport, you put it down, say stay like bro or leave, their country will be empty in less than an hour. In less than an hour, this country will be empty. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Just like I do not have it to leave. You think that magic, the other people country that people won't go to, for like Liberia, like they're making the country, people that won't leave for here to go to the, would they say America can be hard? But the environment, or would they say other African countries, they're not hard? Who told you that their government, you know, they do not have people there who are poor? But the government always find ways and means to get the people jobs. And we say government should give job to people. We say everybody should work in the government. But if there are investors coming, if you have people like even security work, somebody who is minding a door, when a person have it, they know that they're working. Some Liberians who are leaving this country to they're going in another mainland. Some of them going to housekeeper work. Some of them going to some of the other people. The other men, he were money. I don't know, like the chicken, right? The poultry, right? There where he was working there. Some of them living, yeah, they're going to work. You know, they go and sit in office. But even to get security work in this country, the people say you will get it for true. You can't get it. Then you see people should forget, or those living in the US or other parts, people who are not here, they don't know what is happening. The people who are not here, they know what is happening here. Let me tell you, they know. They know about it. Because they have some Liberians here that 24/6, they're begging people out there, telling people about the hardship. Every time somebody send wave dying in it, then you don't say the people, you know what happening? They know what happened in our country. They know. And the president also said that if you're walking on the road and a dog starts to bark, if you're picking up stone to throw all the dogs that will bark at you, you'll not move forward. So this is just to tell Liberians that this president this president this president is a joker. This is to tell Liberians that this president doesn't care about what people say. He's not a people-centered president. Because a president who is elected by the people and wants the best for the people, they listen. You remove the none and take the sense from in what the people will say. But the president is telling Liberians that if you're walking and the dogs start to bark at you, or dogs start to bark at you, if you take stone to throw all of the dogs barking at you, then you'll not be able to go to where you're heading. Where are you heading, Mr. President? What's your mission? What's your vision? What's your intention for this nation? You know what one of the songs says? At one point in time, you'll say the rescue. At another point in time, they call and say another name again. On your agenda, what are some of the things that you have implemented? All of what you said. Rescue, rescue, rescue. The people are suffocating. So what are some of the things that you're doing? Where are you heading? Since you don't want to pick up the stone to throw it at all of the dogs barking at you, where are you heading? You're heading nowhere. You're not heading anywhere. Nowhere you're heading. You just one traveler, one travel board that just leave the country, run from one country to another using taxpayers' money. You refer to Liberians as dogs. Some will say it's a figurative term. Telling you that when you so Liberians who are speaking out, Liberians who are, you know, putting out their disenchantments, right? These people who are disenchanted, even unity partisans who are speaking out, who are telling people who are saying, Mr. President, this is how we should do it, this is how we should do it, this is not how we should do it. You are referring to them as dogs. As much as your government is not able to provide for the people, as much as under your government, Liberians are suffering, they are going to bed with hunger. Hunger has now become, like eating has become an achievement in this country. If you eat a day, you have achieved something. Yet and still, you refer to them as dogs. At first, you said that they love begging. Liberians beg too much. They are beggars. You can recall, Joseph Boakai called Liberians beggars. He said that they beg too much. But once upon a time, this is a man that never even had hospital bill. He was begging around for hospital bill. You know, I don't allowed to talk about whether he's sick or not, because almost everybody's sick in this country. People get their own thing moving around with malaria, typhoid, whatever. So I will not speak about his illness. But at a point in time, Joseph Boakai, you were one of the beggars. But you refer to Liberians as beggars. Since you started to know yourself, Mr. Boakai, where you have been working, from your own mouth, you said it, that you have been working with the government for over 40 years. So meaning you are like a liability to the Liberian people, or you are a liability to the Liberian people, because the Liberian people have been doing everything for you. Over 40 years, Liberian people have been taking care of you, doing everything for you. But yet and still, it is the same Liberians, that you're telling them that they are dogs, that they are beggars. It is the same Liberians that you're telling them that God is not making no new land. Can you imagine a president that should be for the people, that should be able to intervene, a president that should be able to calm the people down? If you know there's a tension, the president will go and add gas to the fire and let it mold. Let it mold. That is what the president is doing. This is the president that we have. But at the end of the day, for Liberians, 2029, the dogs that you refer to, the dogs will be going to the ballot boxes. They will go there. If he spoke figuratively, Liberians will respond figuratively too. Yeah, because that's how some people say. Liberians will respond figuratively too. The dogs will be putting in their votes. They will go to the dogs to beg the dogs for the dogs to vote for them. So Liberians who are speaking out, look at it. In your government, there can be no peaceful protest. I think since Joseph Boakai took power, I have witnessed a peaceful protest once. One time I saw a peaceful protest. Since then, in a peaceful protest, I even saw that morning how I thought truck was out to intimidate the people. The government invested, they brought guns into the country. When you see one former president entering the country, they carry armed forces people there, as if to say that war fighting. People at the airport thinking, but what's going on in Liberia? But when you get issued to Guinea border, you can carry the armed forces people there. What kind of the government doesn't even know what to do. The government is so confused. That's the right word to use on them. They are confused. They don't know what to do. They're just from one place to another. And the president, it has shocked him so much to the extent that he knows that he's not competent. He knows that he's not, So at the end of the day, all he says, I will just be insulting the people there. I will just be telling them what I want to tell them. I ain't get time for them. Since our government already doing anything, let me just be say something so they can just get something to talk about, because I don't want them to focus on the deliverables that we said that, we could deliver. So definitely the president said, I will just be traveling and just be telling them some kind of thing. I'm picking out the thought on the live video, man. Right? That is what the president said. And look at what the president said. Let's move on. The dogs on Liberians will reply to it figuratively. I will call to reply. But let's move on. The president said a lot of things. The president spoke that the country, they are trying to make the country better. That is what they are focusing on. They're focusing on the dogs that will be throwing stone at them, the dog that will be talking. Then they ain't focusing on it. They're focusing on making the country better. They're focusing on good roads. They're focusing on the environment. They're focusing on electricity. They're focusing on blah blah blah. Good environment. The horse, the other harness. I don't know what kind of harness you're building in your place there to rehab. Because you told all the presidents before you see to add another building into your fence. Since you've been there all the 48 years that you've been working in government, you have never said, let me build something extra. But since you took all the presidents, you said, let me put something extra down. Even though the house that you have built in Lofa County ain't enough for you. You said, let me increase it here in Monrovia. So as for the environment, to better the environment, you better in your own environment. You even better in your life after the presidency. 2029, if you do not win the election, you already have a better life for your old age to lay down and rest. It's your life that you're bettering. Your life is the environment that you're bettering. Because look around you, Liberians. How is it that you people lives are changing? It's just few people that their lives they have a changed life. Few people in government, the ones that say, "Oh, we'll steal the money," because the president said that. I ain't saying that you people should not steal, but if you're steal, you should use it in the government. So the man will put something there, you use it there, then the battle when you take it for yourself. Then somebody asking, say the president says so. Move on to let us leave this electricity issue. That is something we'll go to differently. It's a whole conversation by itself. Because I want Liberians from across all of the communities to be able to call on. And weigh in. But these are some of the things that the president said. And I like the way we did it. We took it from the beginning. We took it from there and carried it. The president said, are we where we should be? And we said, no, we're not where we should be. But is it that the government is making progress to get us where we should be? No, the government is not. The president told Liberians to forget the past and focus on the present. How can Liberians forget the past when what was in the past is better than what is in the present? How will they forget the past? The president talking about criticism. That he's not focusing on people who are criticizing. Man, I sat down, or I'm sitting in the studio and telling Liberians that this man is a detector. So he doesn't listen to what people say. He go after people. The government go after people. That is what they're doing. Forget about people living abroad, because Liberians are the ones living in here, and we are the ones that know what is happening. We will know what's happening in our country. We know that nothing is happening. There's no way that people who are living abroad not interfere into our politics, because there are Liberians here who beg people who are abroad every day for money. Because nothing doing. They do not have it. They cannot afford it. That is what we're saying. So people who are abroad, they know the condition in our country. They know how it is in this country. So definitely they will interfere with our politics. You're not doing anything to say, I'm doing this so the people abroad should not interfere. What is it that you're doing? You're better in the country. How are you going to better the country? Look at the living conditions. But let us be able to welcome Ben. I have said a lot on this. Let's be able to welcome Ben, and then we'll be able to go to the phone lines this morning. Welcome, Ben.
Good morning, teammate, and I'm grateful to God to be alive and healthy this morning on the show. I've had some technical glitches that have delayed the time I've come on, so I apologize for the technical glitches, but nevertheless, we're here. I want to say
Okay.
good morning to our people listening to the biggest media platform in the country, Voice of Liberia.
Okay. Thank you. Let us play this video again. Listen to it, because as for me, I started from the very beginning. All of the things that the president said before reaching to the door part, because the door part is one of the parts in the video that many Liberians are caring. But the president said a whole lot of things that it doesn't make sense. He
Okay.
asked questions that doesn't make sense. But let us play this. Then you'll be able to weigh in on it. Then from there we move on to the phone lines.
Yes. We ought to ask ourselves, are we where we should be? But we're not complaining about the past. I always say, forget about the past. Don't cause the darkness, turn the light on. We hear a lot of criticism from people, but don't mind them. They don't live here. We live here. We know what we want for our people. When you are walking a long distance and you have a lot of dogs barking at you, if you stop to throw a rock at each dog, you will not reach. Just, just move on, move on. Our job is to move on to build our country, make it better for our people, give them good drinking water, good roads, electricity, quality education for their children, good environment. That's the purpose. That's what they stood up to elected for. And this is what we are committed to do.
Okay, Ben, you want to weigh in?
Yeah, I want to weigh in. Joseph Boakai is a deceptive
And
old
Ben,
man.
just before you go through, I want to let you know because you're just coming on. We said it. The president has left the country. The president left this morning. When the president was leaving, he was at the Roberts International Airport. I play it here for the Liberian people. They saw it. And the people saying the executive mansion is telling Liberians that the president going there to receive a peace award and to be a guest speaker. And why our president leaving the country for again? And why you using taxpayer money for? That was just to bring you up to speed on that issue so that you weigh in, then we move forward.
But Joseph Boakai is a less basic man. The presidency that he fulfilled. That why one college or one college in America say the student and order at the college they can't get use certificate for peace because they don't know what's obtaining in Liberia. A serious, credible international body will not call a Joseph Boakai for peace, a man who have spilled too many blood in Liberia in 3 years period. Nobody gonna call that man for. But let me say this to the Liberian people: Joseph Boakai made two reckless statements. One, that those people who are critics of the government, are dogs. He generalized everybody who oppose his criminality, his inept behavior in governance. He referred to them as dogs. Another thing, the nitwit said that uh, people criticizing it not in Liberia. You know, one thing would say to Joe Boakai, this witch was residing at the homes of Americans who were typically American Liberians. Liberians who have gained statuses in America. Some of them are citizens, some of them are permanent residents. Is it the same Joe Boakai that used to sit in Aaron Costa Hall, Costa cook and feed him? Is it the same Joseph Human Boakai that Bernard Urine used to buy plane ticket for? He goes sit down to Costa Hall in America. Is it the same Joseph Human Boakai that used to get on a plane and start a water spoon, feed him, bath him, get him clothes, everything? Is it the same Joseph Boakai put money in his pocket? Is it the same Joseph Human Boakai that used to be sitting down on the table because we used to see video where he's sitting at Costa cooking, he finished eating Costa son claiming all on his head? Yeah? When he finish go to Stanton Water Spoon, a hell of a great coat. Stanton put car outside for him to drive and park all around. That Joseph Boakai talking. Is it the same Joseph Boakai who he finted? Once I died on his body in Georgia called Joseph Ta, the former director of the Liberia Rural Renewable Energy Services, and put him on a plane and carry America, spend hundreds of thousands of US dollars to revive the dying old man. And Joseph Boakai putting more on people for criticism. Is it the same Joseph Boakai who went on 9th Street and spoke to the journalists, the media, and called people to come out and protest against the weird government? Joseph Barra opening his mouth today and talking about people who criticize government as dogs. Let me say this to
Then
you, Joseph Barra.
is the president you're talking about, so you referring to the president more like that?
But Joseph Parker is not a serious man. You know, and Blaise Pascal said when the people facilitate your ascendancy are injured about your administration, they give you hit and they give glory to no entity. Joseph Parker is a dim-witted, misfit non-entity. Nobody got respect for him. You expect me, teammate, to respect a man who is vindictive, who is a dictator, who have killed people. My respect for Boakai, I lost respect for Boakai from Foya. The very day Momo Tamatela was murdered in cold blood, And the 80-year-old misfit could not utter a single statement. He celebrated. In fact, he instructed his nephew, Francis Yumale, the illegal miner who brought conflict between Liberia and Guinea, who stole Guinea's mineral from the Guinean territorial water, Guinea and Liberia territorial water. He stole from that border water. And he instructed. There have been video permeating the social media corridor where you hear Francis Yumale to calling himself an old rebel. So we don't. Joseph Barker deserves no respect from any well-meaning Liberian. He's a wicked and a cruel old man. How dare you refer to citizens as dogs? I want to say this to Joseph Yuma Bwaka. If there is anybody that is actually a dog in the country, it should be the one who said it. Because in the animal kingdom, goats identify goat, pig identify pig, and dogs identify dogs. So if a creature come and Napoleon and referring to, because he must understand the language. Because
Okay.
teammate, I live in a aristocratic community. I'm very close to the
Mm.
airport. I'm very close to
Okay.
the airport where I live. So when the
Okay.
planes are taking off, and landing, I get feedback. I'm in a
Okay.
aristocratic environment. So
Okay.
I want to say this. Joseph Human Bwaka, when the dog back, another dog around in the community. When you're working with your pet dog, another dog barking, it will turn around, right? So it's dog that understand the dog language. So for Joseph Barker to call Liberian dog or create his dog, it means he must be a dog to identify other dogs that are barking. Let's not wait as we get closer to 2027. That detector will be chastised, will castrate the detector. The Liberian boy will castrate Joseph Barker. You think he passing around using inflammatory statement? You think Liberia for you, Joseph Barker? A dead man walking like you were, and the same people who resurrected you, just we have fed you. 24/7 Kalasco taking pick up to your home to put food on your table. Your mother not die, you're not able to bury her. So we had to bury your dead mother-in-law. Let's go to Benin Ure. Today, Mr. Ure is silent. Did you, Mr. Ure, just silent? Mr. Ure, observing you. You are a wicked and a deceitful old man. Everything about your life in the last few months, after you show your ingratitude to President Weah, and and President Weah said, "Go live with your conscience." You were dying from hunger. The Ures have to put their hands on you in that country. And all you had to do and tell them you would dance with the devil and to get the presidency. Now you dance with the devil and you kill the devil like the presidency. You kill Prince Johnson. After you got through killing Prince Johnson, you silent Hassan Fadika, you silent Abi Kurma, you expel Yeke Koloba, and your deputy minister, that other misfit, sat down there and said it was a unity party government and that expelled Yeke Koloba. Nancy Pelosi in the United States of America, the Speaker of Parliament. She tuned Donald Trump's speech in Donald Trump's first term. President Trump addressed Congress. Nancy Pelosi, as Speaker, took the president's speech and she tuned it apart. And she was still Speaker. In a space of democracy, people must agree and disagree. But you get one 80-year-old man who should be a grandfather babysitting his grandchildren, but he has been tolerated to sit at the executive mansion and think he can make inflammatory and reckless and nonsensical statements. I'm a Liberian citizen. Waka is telling me, Ben believe Tokpa. And all the millions of people who disagree with the stealings, the killings, and the looting of the country dog. Joseph Baka is a dog to understand dog language. He is a dog to understand dog language. I'm saying this, I take responsibility for this. Joseph Yuma Boaka, to be able to identify the communications of dogs that are barking is a dog. Because only in the animal kingdom, when the lion roar, other lions will do the lion roar. When they when I mean the goat, the dogs, and all of that, average dog. People listening to the voice of like average dog. Yeah, a lot of people have dogs. So when
So
when a
if you're
dog bark,
saying the president should be a dog to identify
dog,
dogs, so
yeah,
what kind of dog is the president?
the
They
president is the
said they said the
biggest.
kick it dog. They said the Diamond Shepherd dog. They said the kick it. I call kick it
So
dog. They got Guinea
the pre,
dog. They got
the,
Puma dog.
it might be the dog I can identify other dog barking a kick dog, because trust me, the French bulldog, the German Shepherd dog, those are
No,
those are big
the
dogs.
I
Yeah.
beg you. I beg
So
you.
the French bulldog, the German Shepherd dog, you know those dogs are big. The French bulldog are smaller, but the German Shepherd dogs are bigger. So the German Shepherd dog, they are big dogs. So a German Shepherd dog cannot flinch at a Keke dog. So the Keke dog is the one that identifies that dogs are backing. The German Shepherd is the big dog in the house. So the man who identifies the other dogs that are talking is a Keke dog. You know, the kicker dog get moved. You're never gonna see a German Shepherd dog moving and turning around. So remember, that's why you're a fitness person, right? When you
Mm,
sometimes, if you are doing cardio and you see
mm,
people moving with their dogs, some Liberians who have dogs, they are moving on the street. You
mm.
don't see those German Shepherd dogs and those bulldogs looking around for kicker dogs. It is a kicker dog at first, looking all around for what's the dog that back here? They're running all around there. So just a baka
You
is
better shake that titty.
quite a state that so the United Party dog have identified other quote
So,
unquote dogs, and that's what he's
so,
talking. So
so,
Jonah Baka is a
listen,
dog.
listen, Ben. So, I did a research. I said kinds of dogs, right? Because I won't notice it. You get it? Sporting dogs, working dogs, herding dogs, hunt dogs, tall dogs. So I think the person now what kind of dog is it? They get sporting dogs and the working dogs.
That one
Right? They
that like
get
sporting man with hell about Kabasaki on him. You're not even fitting the sporting dog category. You're not fitting the sporting dog category.
look, Ben, Ben, let us be able to go to the lines, please. Look, this is so much crazy. But the president, that man got one respect for Liberians. To
Of
God.
course. No,
He
he ain't
got it for
respect.
y'all. He
But we
got
got
one
respect for
respect
him
for
too.
Liberians.
We got respect for him. That thing only been tolerated water to sit down water until 2029 we get him off. And,
He got
in
one respect.
2029, we are getting that thing out of the presidency. No, there's no compromising about that. That thing will be out of the
No, man,
presidency.
you can refer to the president as thing, man. Yeah,
No,
as much as
no.
yeah.
When I say that thing will be out of the presidency, I'm describing the action. Yeah, it's the action I'm describing. Yeah, the action.
Okay, okay. Let us be able to go to the lines this morning. Then say the man can help you a sporting door. You said this sporting can. You
No,
can see the president costume then you get wear. You say the man are sporting man. You pray. You not
uh,
see Joseph Parker footwear.
in a mama car, in a mama
Let
car
me
ability.
Cristiano.
And a mama can ability. You know, Samara, I was just saying one thing before you open the line. You can remember
Mm,
there's a saying, even as parent in the house, no
mm.
matter how you angry with your child, my grandma used to tell my mom, my grandma would say, excuse me for the expression, don't call the child dog. My grandma said that dog born dog. My
Yeah,
grandma,
I bought it.
my grandma,
Bottle.
my grandma, you the child, you can't say that thing. But like the grandma, my grandma can say, no matter how you vet, don't call the child dog. Because that only dog can born dog. Don't use certain words on the child. So if you are the leader of the country, can look at the citizens that are criticizing your bad governance and you call them dog, you too, you are a
Let me, let
dog.
me,
That's
let
why
me
you
say that.
identify
Let
them.
me say that you never pay attention to criticism.
Yeah,
Oh God, yeah, the president, I swear. That man, the
yeah,
man's a loose talker to
yeah.
God. But let us be able to go to the lines quickly. Those of you, yeah, within Monrovia, the Orange Lone Star subscribers, these are your numbers 0773 419 502, 0773 419 502, 0555 184711, 0555 184711, 0773 978 564, 0773 978 564, 0880 907 907. Those of you in the diaspora, this is the WhatsApp line alternative plus 231 779 003835 plus 231 779 003835. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, Sam Ram, Avi Johnson, calling from Togo, chairman for the Concerned Librarian for Justice. If you are just begging me to love you with car, because I've been said, I will yes say, don't use certain thing on my children, not even insult my children, because it wasn't a kind of you call a child dog, tell a child fully, but after having fully, then you say, ah, well, it's a child. But you as a president, you can't start people a word like dog. To compare people to dog. Yeah, you know what I mean? That's what you know, it takes for a president to compare the citizen to dog. The only thing what is it's when dog barking at you, so when the citizen is not a dog. That's if I ought to be dog in our own country. Because we gave you the country, people who gave you the country to lead, your inability to lead. So because of that, you insult people anyhow. But we bring the president I want dog to pass me around the country.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother. Let's talk to this person. That should be Edmond Carr. Good morning. Morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Morning, Edmond. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Thank you for the recognition. I'm the visually impaired pushing for the return of President. We are a proud member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. You know, Samara, the president is frustrated. The president is living in a serious frustration, destitution, and then disgraced by the Liberian people. Because when the president is delivering, you will not hear the Liberian people complaining and saying what is happening in the country. But how can you say you don't listen to radio? Sometimes you got to know that people from outside of Liberia and in the country have created on the government. Then some of the rescue puppets that the president was speaking figuratively. No, that was not figurative speech. The president was speaking. He said, people where's the call? Where's the call? They don't live here. We live here. We know what our people want. And what your people want. And here the listing. For the president was listing. Good electricity.
We will get to the electricity part. You will call us this morning. You'll tell how many hours you will get electricity.
If you are not about to you go cosmetic, I'm sorry for your room. If you don't you go cosmetic, I'm sorry for your room. Because I got to move from one end of the bay to go to the other side, from the other side to the other, for the whole network of the delivery who electricity to the Liberian people.
Okay.
How do you call Liberian people dogs? That's what we have to compare to that with the statement the president we are made when he said, if you don't want me to tell loan to defend the government, you are enemy of the state. How can we compare that? That cannot be compared to a lazy resting president that will refer to the citizens of the country as dogs. It is unacceptable.
Okay.
And we hope that the president can be able to retract his statement. And we're wishing well.
Why the man retract his statement? The man thought it is soon the morning the man left the country and going to the
yeah, we're wishing him well. Then he will change his pathway account. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
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 Good morning, Justin. Good morning to Ben as well.
Let's go ahead. Your name, where do you join us from?
And there's Wilson. I'm calling from the TV. Thank you.
Okay, let's hear you, Wilson.
Thank you for the conversation. And let me state this clearly. You know, the president is an elder, not just by age, but he is denomination. He is an elder. And an elder should act accordingly. I listened to the president's statement and I was, a bit frustrated because this thing diaspora that he said that I'm not living here. A few months ago, this president called those real people at his executive mansion's office, even at his home. At the executive mansion, there was a dinner that was organized for the diaspora. Even he went France, he talked to the same body that the diaspora body. Can you imagine these people contribute approximately 500 million to the president, to this government? But yet, he said we shouldn't look at them. They don't live yet. They don't deserve to be heard. And to crown it up, the president spoke metaphorically, not using any other thing to attribute to Liberian, but to see Liberians as a dog.
Okay. Thank you.
A few seconds quickly.
You need to wrap up quickly, my brother. We have other people on the line. We need to take more calls here. So quickly, make your point.
Few seconds. This have gone down in history And just think, 2029 this will be repeatedly played. Thank you.
Okay, so 2029, the Diamond Shepherd dog, the working dog, the sporting dog, the kicking dog will be going to the ballot boxes. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm Peter also. I'm speaking to you from the Japanese highway.
From the where?
I'm speaking to you from Car Factory.
Okay, let's hear you quickly, Peter.
Okay. I'm very surprised I'm calling Liberian people better, calling them dogs. We who were around here yesterday begging the Liberian people to vote for him. And he promised us, putting in power today, we calling Liberian people better, calling them dogs, whereby he's stealing our money, building mansions, building this, building that, wearing Google clothes, then you calling us dogs. I think Mr. Baka needs to be the chief.
Okay.
Don't joke about it.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Samara.
Morning. Your name and where do you join us from?
Thank you. My name is Liva Seni, and I'm phoning this morning for Chiquiti Party.
Okay.
Well, I listened to the old man. He's calling us dogs. He said people are complaining. But yesterday too, he was there complaining. So we should refer to him for that way. But you know, I listened to him. He said the people in America, they not get nothing to do yet. So, Mr. President, you forgot. You have forgotten. When those guys in America were feeding you here, raising money, feeding you, you went for 42 years, not even feed yourself and your family, please feed you. If that was when I was feeding you and your family. Hey, man, President, sometimes when you see you get people angry to respond to you the wrong way, but because we're on the radio, that is the reason sometimes we can hold our peace. But you make people get angry more and more, Mr. President. Look, you do have a procedure where the things are tough. People should not talk. In fact, you're not even going to stay the right way. Tell the Guinean that the same plane, Lulu and Jacko and Bonnet attire on your land when people talk, you say that they are dogs. The last serious manner president can talk to a citizen. Oh, President Bwaka, you are a disgrace to the country. But I blame you, I blame Prince Johnson then, I blame Yake Koruba then that made you president. And those 17,000 that brought you to the president, they are the call to the went to the back. Thank you for putting the time to policy.
Thank you too for participating, my brother. You know, the politician they get traffic. You will see Bwaka campaign in 2020. That may get traffic.
People will bust water bear on here. People will throw Georgia Baka here with water bear. You know what plastic bear?
Bwaka will have the propensity to go in campaign. To question for the people and tell the person, yeah, vote for me. Now how you get to? Yeah, vote for me. Imagine.
They will throw in here with water bear. Water plastic bear.
To this person. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Samara.
Morning.
And good morning, Ben. Ben and Samara, I am Spencer Mohammed in a Corbin Down Coast Spoon Hill, White Town community, and a member of the Concerned Liberian for Justice. Ben and Samara, is this the Joe Baka who fed up in his house that could not afford a full medical bill for it like $50 today? Is this the Joe Baka who sat on TV show and said you are living alone? Is he the one calling us today? Is this the president, Joseph Bwaka, who is a helper and who are living in the house of in the pocket of Center Water School and Henry Costa? Is he the calling us today?
The man get things going, man. That he will be there for you.
Thank you very much. But look, this is what they say. Give the man the power and give him money, then you will know the real color of it. The 17,000 disenchanted Liberians that gave those one guy. Joe Baka is telling them that you give her a job.
Okay.
The 17,000 people were all 1 year saying President Baka will work. Give me your job, you calling your job. But Joe Baka.
Thank you. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samara. Good morning, Sheku Seri.
Morning. Let's hear you, Mama.
Several power calling for Johnson Bay, never concerned that for justice.
Okay.
Thank you very much. My daughter, Joe Bacala calling with the Labyrinthe door. The Union Palestinian that put up on in able to the door. That Mo Ali the door. That Quato Brown the door. That Samuel read the door. That Ali crying the door. That store, you should door the door. Now we don't want to call it door. The people that they mother pastor they want voted for him. What campaign? What preach on your pulpit? See the try to preach. What that when people they preach politics? They are the door. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mama. I love the way she called the people in name.
She read it by her. I really do.
I like that. Let's talk to Brahma Williams. Brahma Williams, welcome.
Good morning. And now you said to get to the land this morning.
Yeah, you said good morning.
He said good morning to you and good morning to Josh and good morning to our biggest hero.
Okay.
Samira, this is Brahma Hall about delegation. Boy, it's not really new man. Today, I'm on my way now at the US. Boy, another hall about delegation be taken today. Okay, so now to the talking point. You see, the president is right to put us door. When yesterday the president told us that he was already car parked in the garage. You know, Samira, to see. So, you getting me?
You're alive. Go ahead.
Okay. To see or raise or all car park in a garage or where you know the car can move, and then you be brave, you take that car, you put it on a road. And then you begin to drive that car. If that car had accident with you, what will happen? Who you will blame, Samira? For what you having said? Who will you blame? So, meaning that for you, you added like a dog to take that car and put on the road. So today the president will call us a dog. Yesterday, there was a seat door the president came to vote yesterday. Today now he called us a dog. You know people like Water Spoon there or Aaron Costa, the leg of the other folks in the US. Today, the United Party guys and the president are calling their dog, and they are now residing in the country. That's the pay they have for, that's the pay the president have for them today. Are calling their dog. But you see, the 70,000 plus people are voted that make the president to win. They are the dog. But now we that saw it and we deny it and we rejected it, they are not dog. But the 70,000 people that made president today, they are the big dog. And then the reason why the president killed one of the dog, which is the president just here one of the door, and for him now, I think he is the door easy for this country. Thank you for the time and support.
Thank you, Burma.
Okay, thank you, Burma. Yeah, go over before the inside. Morning.
Good morning, Samira and Ben.
Morning.
Yeah,
Morning.
I'm Peter Castle on the street like in Lower Johnsonville. Thanks you people for the fascinating discussion this morning. Joseph Walker was taking the presidency to be a chaplain. Now he got there, and the reality is not chasing him. Yesterday, he said they took a man job and gave it to a boy. Today, they are giving the man job to man. Man cannot even understand where to start from. That's what today he's very much frustrated and he's throwing a job at the Liberian people. I think that is completely frustrating on the part of Joseph Mabuaka, most especially at that age. He's telling us to forget about the past. When you were in opposition yesterday, you created that. You ever forgot about past? I see the deception and the hypocrisy the old man brought to the presidency, and the reality will continue to set in for him. You can talk about they are focusing on giving you ever give electricity? The electricity that we are enjoying, we honor your regime. We are experiencing consistent.
We will get to the electricity issue, my brother. Good morning. Let's talk to this person. Good morning. Okay, this other person. Good morning. Oh, what? Oh, morning. What was happening? Morning. Okay, that person left. My brother, I'm getting you. Let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Let's hear you.
There's a concern for justice. Community.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about this. Just step walk out here. Zero puppy. As we call our president in door. Don't have in a rain, in a poo water. You come your door. They power the one female someone away.
They were not here yesterday when the papa said la people are taking. Then and you call a draw. That's me on the draw. Thank you.
I did not understand the last part too. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning. Your name, where are you joining us from?
Yes. Thank you, Samira. Let me say good morning to the followers. This is Hussein. My name is Hussein. I'm Hussein Kewa. I call from beyond the transit, the National Transit Authority.
Okay.
Samira, I purposely call. Today is my birthday, more especially, so I want to dedicate it to all of my friends in the CDC to share and pray on my behalf. I listened to the different comments. I will respond to some of those comments on the different colors. But I actually called to say to all of my friends, my birthday is dedicated to you, Edition, and all of you who call on Voice of Liberia, and to you in particular.
Okay. Thank you, Hussein. Thank you for participating. But Hussein, I always tell you, say, the people that can call, not the people you're supposed to reply to. You're supposed to talk the thing that you're supposed to talk for the discussion, not the people that have their own to say too. But anyways, Hussein, listen. We're about to put the show on pause just for me to tell you happy birthday. I'm supposed to be doing this, but I can't tell you happy birthday now. You know, I'm supposed to do it now. But people on the line, stay. I will hold them up. And let me say happy birthday to you, Hussein. I hope that this day brings you a lot of joy. You know, it brings you happiness. You know, you're top talking. Keep doing what you love doing. You know, and let God continue to grant you His favor, His grace, and His protection.
Amen. Inshallah. Thank you, Samira.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
This person, good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira. How you coming?
I'm okay. I mean, where do you join us from?
Yeah, this is Vani Kiadi. We are sent follower of Abraham Gosson. We are brother of Chegu Sherry. How you coming?
We're okay.
All right. Yeah, thank you for your topic on that discussion, Samira and Brother Chegu. You see, that one of the things that we deny for us to not elect the paper, because the paper is very regular. So the paper have been proving that all the causing that Yeke Koluba, Helen Costa, and the rest of Dara Dillon, Nana, the information ministry today, it has tend to a Marcos and Parcos era today. So it is proving to the Liberian people that this paper, that he the one that sending these people to be insulting the Liberian people. They give you piece of job. We the one paying you. We giving you our taxpayer money. Then you are looking at us. You are insulting us. But not all you are insulting your whole generation. That is the one insulting. Because you the oldest man. You grandfather for the nation. You looking at your people never in that TV. You insulting them, calling them dog. You know what I mean? Eh? You know what I mean? So this is the seed that you plant. When it bear, that you reap, that it there. So we were telling the people we are going all places for the calamity to not come over Liberia, but people refuse. The disaster, they carry all propaganda last era. That area today we receive it. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, my dear brother. Thank you for participating. We're going to hold all of the calls there. You know, we cannot continue taking calls though. As much as there are people still calling, we need to move on to our next conversation here this morning. And the next conversation has to do with this. Just stop your calls, because we're not taking calls, please. We're about to take calls shortly on this conversation. So we will talk about this issue that has to do with the Liberia Electricity Corporation before we move into the central bank that is to print 79 billion Liberian dollars between 2026 to 2030. Central bank said that they will be printing 29 billion Liberian dollars. Also, the House of Representatives, they are to create a new seat, 16 seats. Now want those 16 seats in the House of Representatives. But let us be able to move into this electricity thing. Ben, as much as you're not here, Ben, Liberians are crying. Liberians are dying from within. And this is a platform that speaks for the people. We speak for the people and we hear the people out. Ben, in this country, electricity is very unstable. I don't know whether there's another word for unstable that I should use. Electricity is scarce. It is scarce. For you to get electricity for 12 hours, that's by connection. You gotta be connected before you get electricity for 12 hours. Electricity comes for 6 hours and it leaves. You have 24 hours a day. Then it coming for 6 hours. So the balance 19 hours. There are some communities that will be off. Nowadays, any small place people see electricity, they plug in their phone. Anywhere they see electricity, they plug in their phone. The people are crying. People have written the electricity people, the Liberia corporation. People have talk. The internet, they have said a lot there. People are. Do you know what it means for you to sleep in heat? And the heat that is in this country is that small heat. And let us talk about the business people. Because when we're talking about electricity, we're just talking about you going to bed, you want to put your air conditioner on, you want to put your fan on, and everything. But those of the people that are doing business, the people that sell the frozen thing, there are people who sell chicken feed, they sell fish, people market sport on a daily basis. There are people who sell cold water. There are people who sell milk. You know, when the milk set out for long, you start getting sour or slippery which one. But people are going to bed with hunger. Then electricity coming are they? Few years back, people had some issue with electricity, but it is not as it is now. I mean, at least at first people used to say, the car will go in the day, it comes in the night. The oil go in the night, it comes in the day. But nowadays, the people want to give you 6 or 5 hours. You like it, that's your business. Imagine you pay your own money to buy your electricity. When you buy it, for you to get it on again, you got to be praying and fasting for it. When it comes, after a few hours, it leaves. That is the situation we're in this country. What is the electricity people doing? Liberia Electricity Corporation, what are you doing there? What's the essence of you people? But Joseph Walker, in his statement here, he said they're bettering the life of Liberians. They are bringing electricity for the people. They are doing this. Joseph Walker spoke about electricity. He's not feeling it. He doesn't even know as to if people receive current for 6 hours in this country because he's the president. Of course, he doesn't go out of electricity. The message he get listen to criticism. How do you even know that electricity is a major issue in this country? A very major issue. Me, I know there are some people from, I will say this on the radio, people who are living in my community. I'm not going to say my community name too. But I'm going to say this, I'll be clear with it. I know what it did to my community, but currently go for my community. I know whether they get the president living there or they get somebody who working with LEC living there. Also, but me, as for me, I'm speaking on behalf of the people because I got friends. I have people who complain about the LEC, not just friends, but Liberians. People will call on this radio. I will tell how many
Again,
hours
need to
that they
get
get
about me in your
electricity for.
community.
Oh, Ben, I be real with you. There have been many days. Seku will ask me,
Yeah.
say, what do you get in the community? Seku say, anytime you go to
I gotta get
Semira
about me in
house,
that community.
I tell you, anytime you come to my house, electricity on. Like when people talking about the electricity business, I be like, I, I will say this. I'm speaking on behalf of the people because there's a lot of people who are going through the situation. I mean, but as much as I'll be speaking on behalf of the people, I will be fair to the people too. As for me, so we say, Samira, what is happening in your community here? Ben, you a little
It did the government.
electricity.
It did it. When the government knows in that community, they will start carrying lead.
They can, who live in my community. They can carry the leg. They can carry
Okay, I
it.
see. Me and that
The
person blessing
president,
here.
Diana. They carry the leg. The
Okay.
president, Diana. I know what's
Okay.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that community now. Your community, I know
Uh-huh.
that. How your
So,
community been?
eh, if the electricity go after a second is on, bam, it doesn't even take. We don't even use the generator. I will be clear.
Yeah, your
We don't
community.
use it
Yeah.
every day on. But mind you, there are some people in that same Pinsville, they complain about electricity too. The other end,
Yeah.
in the same community, there's another end. Well, on the other side, they said that another black there or whatever. The people that only electricity be off 24/6. But that particular
Wow.
place, yes, it's great. But as much as I'm enjoying electricity, I'm not Liberia though. The majority, they're not getting it. Ben, the people, imagine people are saying that they receive current for somebody said the director of LEC girlfriend living there. That now me say that one. I know but that one. So the people receive now this pen, they receive current for 6 hours. But let me tell you something. You know that electricity is very key in a country.
It is. It
Then
is.
there are countries, African countries, that current doesn't even back.
Yes, of course.
I tell
Of
you,
course.
I
Of
tell
course.
you,
Yeah.
even Ghana, Nigeria, the people that are places in Ghana. I mean, I'm saying Nigeria, nobody like it go. But the people did that solar or whatever in a way that it can't rebab.
Yeah.
There's a country, I think it is the US or another country. I was reading on it. They have that thing where if even they get current from whatever source, they can get light up to I don't know how many decades they can get light for.
Yeah.
They will still have light.
Those are countries that are solar
Imagine.
reliant.
Look
But you're
at
right
how
about Ghana. You're right about Ghana. Ghana has stable
yeah,
electricity. Even
yes.
when ECG is taking current, ECG going to send text and tell you
Thank
that
you.
for this time to this time we're doing maintenance and you will not have light for 2 3 hours.
When
And once it allows it
the
going to bring
people
light.
disrespectful, they ain't
Ivory
respect
Coast is
like they know like
24/7.
we're paying money or they know because the thing about it is that money we pay now. We like parents are paying money for the current. It's not free. Then you're imagine 24 hours, then you get current for 6 hours, 24
You know
hours.
our people are not informed, so they do not know their rights. They should sue LEC. If LEC have more than 100 cases at the court, thousands of cases, they're going to double it up. Ghana has gone beyond that thing. Ghana has stable light. Africa has very stable light. Even Nigeria, the issue about electricity in Nigeria. Nigeria is 100 times better in electricity than Liberia. 100 times better. Abuja has stable light. There are different states that have stable light. It's only Lagos that is overcrowded, that have these glitches at times. Yeah, the glitches at times because you find sometimes some citizens who don't want to pay for light. Some people they're involved into massive power theft. And the population of Nigeria, there are over 200 million people, about 260 to 70 million people. So they have a very large population, but in as much as they have a large population, they still supply their citizens with light. In fact, Nigeria is supplying Cotonou, Benin. They are supplying Benin with lights. The entire Cotonou area is being powered by Nigeria in the midst of all of these things. So Liberia is the least, to be honest. Liberia is the very least. And the worst of all is that we have a man like Joseph Boakai. You know, Team Miss America, I will tell you this. Uh, the worst thing that ever happened to Liberia was not a civil crisis that lasted for about 14 years. The worst thing that ever happened to Liberia is Joseph Human Boakai. And for us to have Boakai still presiding over that country here in Jeremiah Kun from now to 2029 is the worst thing that will ever happen to Liberia. Joseph Boakai, a regime is deadly, is the most deadliest thing that have ever hit the country. The war was better than the Joseph Boakai era because at least our economy was still thriving, even up to the Chancellor era. Our people could still afford stable food. The little Liberian that were in circulation could do something better. But under the aristocrat and kleptocrat and tyrant Joseph Human Boakai, Liberia is worse. On a more serious note, Liberia is worse than what it was during the war days. And Samara, I can just imagine how it's gonna be like for me. I cannot live under a Joseph Human Boakai regime. Two things gonna happen. I cannot live under his regime. That's why he saw me and 8 others at the Morovia City Corporation and label us as dangerous threat to the presidency. And that is the reason why he had to use the entire Ministry of Information press briefing to dismiss me and 8 of my colleagues because he cannot contain us. And by the virtue of the fact that Joseph Boakai labeled me and 8 of my colleagues, of all of the people he dismissed from government, he just getting dismissed on low key, HR served them. But they had to mount an entire podium and label our enemy of the regime. So we have to vacate the state because, trust me, Boakai and I cannot live in the same country under the same currency. I have one mission, Samara, to say this on the show. It's to come to the country to ensure that Dillon is sacked from the Senate and Koji is elected senator. And the biggest picture, which is George Manuel, we're going to ensure that Joseph Boakai forget the seat of the presidency and the Unity Party regime is annihilated. And we also in a decent government headed by His Excellency George Manuel. That is the mission I'm committed to. But honestly speaking, Samara, our people are suffering. Liberians are groaning. People are hurt. And I want to, this will make me on this electricity issue. I will say this. The economic source of any country is electricity. No matter how poor the people are. Ghana is not a cheap country. Ghana is expensive to live. But one of the way in which the government has successfully been able to handle the bread and butter issue is that Ghana, they let in Accra, they let everywhere Takra, every part of this place, even Kasua where Katumu Bwaga go. All of those places have access to stable light. So you can cook your food and keep it in your fridge. In Cote d'Ivoire, the lights are stable. In Liberia, the economy is bad and there's no stable electricity. So these things are affecting the people. So Samira, I'm gonna think how our people are gonna manage. And when we get to the money issue, the money printing issue, we'll do some calculations so Liberian people can know what can happen in the country. This is very disturbing. This is troubling. And all of these things are happening because we have a very irresponsible man. George Weah, His Excellency, when he was president, he worked with the Minister of Finance. They tried to improve electricity without having current for 6 hours. We had current for 9, 10 hours. In fact, some days, LEC, in the rainy season, the current will be stable all through, go to dry
Eh,
season.
eh,
There are
eh,
times,
eh, the judge real time they used to dwell they will share the hours where the whole day
yeah,
or the whole night.
yeah, yeah,
So now
rightfully.
there's people to only for 6 hours. Yeah.
So when President Well in power, then if I say, okay, some people got to cook their food and keep it in the freezer. So what we'll do, we'll give Dubaro community the whole day. The 12 hours Dubaro community will enjoy 12 hours left. So in a day, people in Dubaro will know that for the 12 hour yeah, they got to cook their food and keep it in the bag. Let it get frozen. Then in the other 12-hour time, which will run from the net hour where the current coming to the second side or Banana side, at that point in time,
Yeah.
it will be hard for the food or the chicken or whatever to
And the thing about
defrozen.
it is that they were being clear with Liberians, right?
Yes,
They said that we will do it 12 hours, 2 hours, and they listed out the communities that will get quarantine in the day. They list out the communities that
yes,
will get quarantine in the day. So you know
yes.
that you're supposed to get quarantine in the day. You know yourself. But Joseph Waka, when the people do the thing that they say they know what they're doing, they don't talk to the Liberian people. That's the kind of people they are. The people too selfish. You heading somebody like these people are paying money to you, and at the end of the day, you're doing things as if to say the person living with you like they're forced to do whatever you say. Like one morning you can just wake up and just say something, they're automatically they're supposed to do it. That's how they won't do it. You're telling the people that we're facing some kind of problem, we're facing this problem, that problem. No press release from you, nothing. You just do whatever you want to do.
But
Just
the people say there's a brain pull at door now. So when there's
and
a
they
brain
just
pull at
riding.
door,
That is how
they
they're
won't
just riding
communicate
on the
anything.
people. They just
There's
riding
no
on the
response.
people. They ain't communicating with the people. If you're giving current to GSA Road, to 72nd, to Boulevard, Concord Town, Back Road, tell them that so place to receive current at this point in time for a certain amount of time. Let the people know. But you just jump and just do whatever. You don't care. Some people are being waiting for the LEC on the. But let us go to the lines. You Liberians will also tell us how many hours you can get current in your community for. And do not lie. You see
So
me?
me, my phone
I is
battery,
very
my phone
current.
battery is stronger than LEC current. Now because my battery can take me for a whole day.
You see, Ben, if you're going to be in this country, is imagine some of the people that they're not used to heat, right? Let me say this. As much as we'll be doing blah blah blah, but there are actually people in this country they can stand heat. Let's be real. They can't
Of
stand
course,
heat.
you're right.
There's no way that they will stand heat.
You're right about that.
They can't stay hit anybody girl. You know, the thing about it is that if myself, yeah, if I see someone that's very heated at times, that Liberian, go
Yeah,
in gathering, we gotta cope with the situation. But it can
of
be
course.
so embarrassing, you can feel uncomfortable. If you leave
Yeah,
that place, you just want to go in the shower and just rinse
of
yourself
course,
because you
of
feel
course.
comfortable. So imagine people sleeping in a like there are some people in that rooms I know they can want to suffocate
Yeah,
because of the heat. Because let's say you live in a place where nowadays the rogue business. You open your window, the people will steal for you. So you get your window, then you gotta close the window. All the doors close on the house. Then you in a house, no electricity, no breeze, nothing coming to catch you. Because all the window glasses are closed, all the doors are closed. How you coming to get the air? Yeah? You just there suffocating. But let us be able to move to the lines. If you get quarry in your community, say, hey, you see me, I'm a proud member. I put my hand up. I agree with you. Just about that, I put my hand up, but everybody, the majority, they ain't get it. And the reason why maybe you will get that privilege is because you all know that you can have people that live in there. You understand, Ben? That's the reason
of
why that
course,
privilege is there. So
of
if
course.
yeah, definitely, because they get somebody living there, that's the reason why that privilege is there.
That's all.
But what becomes of people in the other communities? 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, 0555-184-711, 0555-184-711, 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564, 0880-907-907, Call us, tell us how many hours you can receive current for. Tell us how the current business like with you. Okay, let's talk to this person. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Samira.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm Abraham Cecil calling from Global Junction.
Okay.
Yeah, Samira, the current business there, for me, really, when you go discussing it, you can really get to me, you can really hear me. This country is too old for this kind of thing. It's very much old for this kind of thing. Look at Asokone, Guinea, Ghana, where get an independent in a 50, They go far away by the current Benin now. They put on expanding to the very community, to the very country. But our own, just common Mosorado, it is unstable. What about the men or the woman are there wait in a village? When she or he will get it. These are some of the things we expect when you come in power, they show how to settle the kind of thing. We not get local kind of thing, but when they start criticizing, they start talking about people who criticize. It is better to be going in your country who will let them criticize and deal us. It's better even when you not go for that person. But one better thing is going on. you will be ashamed to talk against the person. You never want to talk. You know, these are the reasons why people keep talking on social media. They are even making a come up with better about selling getting to know about politics. See, if they come and were really need to talking about he know about the proper he get a strong government, but right now, if you say Maboka is generating money for all to get a new hadu, because they had what they get, they can supply the country. Just the capital city can supply the country.
How many hours LEC can spend at your house? Is LEC stable in your community?
Actually, I'm living Boroba Junction. It is unstable. Like last night, it went that this morning it came by 7 o'clock. I just left my house. You see, so I even lied on the floor this morning. I was sweating. I went straight in the bathroom. I took bath. I just prayed as I wear my clothes straight. Well, I was the quarantine. It gets me there. What to do? You see, what kind of thing? Country. 172 or 78 years. Going not stable. We not get water. Then when they get in power, they just creating more problems.
Okay.
Pressure to the citizen.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning.
Never say that. Good morning, Samara.
Morning.
Good morning. Chair. Very beautiful. From looking at judge here in Bilbao, Essence. My name is Arizona Obama Putu Young City. Chair, what's up?
I'm fine, I'm fine, my dear brother. I'm fine. Comrade Arizona Putu Yanti, you have my official revolutionary salutation.
Sure, remember that, man. I'm my analysis. But quick, let me go to the point.
Go ahead, quickly, my brother.
We said this, and we make our statement. Don't say you might work at government. It's the only government that continue to embarrass God and they go harder. And hey, mind you, the reason in which that you see in some community that electricity is not stable, is that one reason. The reason is that the battery in which are being embedded in social brother, that's why they can be recharging. So I feel like the words of the mouth is the words of God. You know what I'm saying? At least Liberia are regained that system. They have just been and this intended because and this puppet of the president was purporting yesterday and this secretary he said he understand the word there and the subordination of the Liberian people.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Salome. How are you?
My name is not Salome. My name is Samira.
Okay, Madam Samira. Sorry. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yeah, this is Mommy Guitar. No the small ramble. Let me really commend you, Madam Salome. You know, Jeha Olokolo are saying, they call me Madam Samira is an embarrassment to Liberian people. My sister will work whole day and night will go home. Jella, we in the village. Can you imagine? People in the city, you are sweating in your room, they're good. They call me and they are proud posting around.
They're sweating in the room like what?
They're good. Madam Salome.
You can see Bele go sweat.
Yeah, Madam Salome. You know what made Bele go get said when it passed. That is what say. Well, I'm trying to say. For to be the kind of morning day where we are not getting electricity on a using my brother administration. But when they come outside to speak publicly, they have to say no everything to our need here. They go unfortunate. Today you go to Douala, the market women, they are embarrassed about the government. The police, the city police are continue to take the people market away, flocking them daily. Gabon National Police are giving tickets, unnecessary tickets every day to drivers. Then you will come here, the government, Madam Samira, the government is giving it like one people hard time. No government ever do that. So for the only day we are waiting 2029, President Joseph Mabaka and Kolo officials, they will get their package in the ballot basket. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you for participating. The electricity issue is not easy in the country. Let's be real. I see what we're talking here. So the electricity thing is serious, very serious. Imagine you in a city, you can't get stable electricity. Imagine those of the people that live in the rural areas, people that are living
It's worse.
way behind the horse. Those that are in the rural areas, how do we even get electricity? Then when they get ready, they say they put in lead putting up side the road, they connecting people. You finish connecting the people in the current account. We can go back to the days where we used to do that thing where they get community current, right? They will put the money one that is the suffer people pay that community currency. You're supposed to
Yeah, it's
pay the money.
very
You're supposed to pay the money per day, right? Then you calculate the daily money, you
stressful.
pay per month. So when you finish pay your monthly money, the car horse that the generator is so the car was just already you say the sun it flow off. So in the money to
Yeah,
be able to then you see the passing around your community from once to once. So you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like your money, they will not put your because after you finish paying the monthly money,
very
we can
frustrating.
come
Very
back to
frustrating.
that thing again. That was so stressful, that community current thing. Woo!
Very stressful.
Morning.
Morning, Samira.
Morning, let's hear you.
Okay. Yeah, on the issue of the current, it is so bad this time around that we don't even know what to say. So back in January when that small rain was falling, you used to hear the people, they don't know, oh, current, no, that is now current, we don't over it. We do another thing, current all over, nobody can start the current. But as soon as they start doing power sharing, the current will come even 30 minutes. Like for me, I recharge like DSTV. How will I enjoy it?
I see.
DSTV, my money inside it. Then no current. As soon as more end, the people will not consider you by not using current. They will take the money will finish. You had to recharge. So it is so embarrassing. It is embarrassing. And then you see one president going around calling people dog. You see that? So you people had talk. You people had talk. The problem we really want cause of. We are the cause of it. We invited the problem on ourselves because you people talk, making everybody to understand that this man had nothing to offer Liberia. All he did, he been eating, he been living on Liberia. There is nothing Joseph Baraka can force us to say. This is what I do for the Liberian people. In return, let me get at a bigger level to do for them more. He been living on Liberia till he get old. And now you want to compare the men of Bwaka with George Weah?
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mantia, brother. Thank you so much. Keep on playing the catch giveaway. It's about time that we'll be able to move on to our next conversation. Those of you just joining us, this is Voice of Liberia 14.1, and we broadcast to you from Capital Bypass. My name is Samira Onelai. I'm here with Ben Believe Talk about this morning. Next on our plate is this issue that has to do with the central bank of Liberia. Okay, that is our next conversation. The central bank of Liberia unveiled that there's a plan to print 79 billion Liberian dollars from 2026 to 2030, and they gave their reasons. They said that they're doing that because of the money in the market and blah, 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 and all of that. And the plan, it was being presented during a Senate hearing on Tuesday. And they said that the reason why they want to print out the 79 billion is to address cash shortages and to replace the worn out banknotes and to strengthen the monetary policy operation. But Ben, you want to kickstart this conversation?
First of all, how can printing new banknotes strengthen the monetary policy in the country? Can printing new banknotes appreciate the Liberian dollars? That is a major fallacy. That is deceptive. That is uncultured. And that is broad day criminality. Resources do not appreciate by printing new ones. It has never happened before. It cannot happen. It is not possible to happen. And even the little men who do not have any understanding of economic issues cannot be convinced that to strengthen a country economy, you have to go and print new banknotes and put the money outside. How did the government of Liberia derive at 79 billion? What survey? What survey have the government of Liberia conducted and made a report to the Liberian people? Okay, that we have identified that so amount or a specific amount of Liberian dollars are mutilated, and we need to withdraw the mutilated funds from the market and infuse new banknotes. There is no data, there is no statistics about that. The media is the bulwark of consciousness in that space. How many conversations have been held on the media about shortages of banknotes on the Liberian market? How many conversations about that have been held? What report have we getting? A report, a comprehensive report to inform the Liberian people that, okay, Liberian dollar banknotes are experiencing shortages on the market, or there's shortage and we have to correct this. And this is so shortages, this is total statistics, and this is what we need to work on. And these things cannot be imagined. These are not imaginary process. These are processes where you have to get professionals from the Central Bank of Liberia, a team from the Ministry of Finance, and other credible people who would do a comprehensive survey. And these surveys are national interest. They cannot be done in a shaded manner and form. The citizens will be informed. At the Ministry of Information regular press briefing, is either the Minister of Finance, a peer, who is the chief economist of the country, or the central bank governor or a designated individual from those institutions appear to provide information to the public. But the work on one soon money is Senate that Yomblikanga Lawrence, a protege of Joseph Boakai, presides over, with Unity Party stars having control in the House of Senate. A place whatever Joseph Boakai wants to pass. In fact, the Senate that used to be the House of Elders, the Senate that once upon a time resisted confirmation hearing of people, the Lizolizo, Wambudeki, and other people, under Boakai, that Senate have become very compromised. It have become the whims and caprice of Joseph Human Boakai. It is that Senate that go and sit down and tell the Liberian people that they are printing 79 billion from now to 2030. Now let's give a clear understanding to the Liberian people what they 79 billion. You know, in Liberia, the culture of the US dollars being used as a legal tender in the country, it make more Liberians don't pay attention to to Liberian dollars. So the easier way to pass something in the country is say, okay, 79 billion. So when you tell a typical Liberian man 79 billion Liberian naira and 1 million US, trust me, if you just tell that thing fast in the market and tell Liberian man, say, I get 1 million US, yo. I guess on not billion Liberian naira, the man will run for the 1 million US because he think that, okay, the US dollar is of high value. Is of high value. To the extent, even if you put 50 US value in Lewate in Liberian naira and put 50 US, then somebody will run into the US. So
Yeah.
that's 79 billion we're talking about here. This is what it is in US dollars. This 79 billion is 428 million $772,246. 428,772,246 US dollars. Almost half of a billion US dollars the Unity Party government said they want to print. Almost half of a billion US dollars. Joseph Boakai said they want to print half billion US dollars equivalent like Bernardo to infuse it in the economy, to move let leave me to later, let's calm down, to move money from the market for our listeners' benefit. So you want move money. You want to go print 470 some more billion, 700 plus thousand and 200 and change. That's half $1 billion US. What is the country budget? Where are we trying to take the budget to? Okay. They say our country national envelope should be around 1 billion, 1.7 billion now, even though they are short for the other money was lost from finance ministry. Can find that account for so million dollars, will find $80 million funded from LPRC cover on the we ain't discussing no one else. So they are telling us now that it almost the government of Liberia now, under Joseph Boakai, they are printing half of the country national fiscal envelope. Can you imagine this? What is the motive behind this? These same United Party people, when they were about to exit power, they printed containers of billions of dollars. We saw people that want that with $500 note in
The people
2017
tell us
election.
clear for themselves.
That
The people
$500 note
themselves.
all around in Samara. Now they want to print $500 million US. Who is selling now? $500 million US. And I have $1 million US in Liberia. It is 79 billion. If the people now want to see what they want to do with the money, they come and divide the money with the Liberian people. They come and pay for school fee. They will have more money no more and transfer on the money and more money no more. Eh? Or they will can't ask all the get out their money so they get things and get all new money. Joseph Bakala roll. A gossip pay got fun a big roll.
But
And the central
Big,
bank governor should not do that.
you
Yeah.
saw what the president did, right? Added additional money to the budget. And you know that he
Yeah.
did that, right?
Yes.
You can recall when money was being printed in the Saint Joseph Boakai government, just I think a year ago or so, when the container of money came in the country, you saw that it was being, I don't know, one went behind the mansion there, what we talk
Yeah.
about. One went in the other county. I don't know. I think it was Bond County or one of these counties that we spoke about. When they brought a container of money, they just share it from one place to another. Nobody knows what to do with it. Now, after you call this one a year later, they want to print another money again. I think it was 2024. They did that printing of the money. They brought that money into the country. Now they're saying that they want to print another money again. What a rush! Why are you rushing the thing? Why are you printing money and printing money and printing money? You know what the man told the people? The man told the people that under the proposal that he gave them, he said that 14.7 billion will be printed in 2026. And then the remaining
Billion
64.3
or million?
billion, that Liberian dollars now, so in billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
14.7 billion will be printed because the money that they want to print is 79 billion Liberian
Imagine
dollars.
that.
Yes.
Wow.
So 14.7 billion. You know, they put it in Liberian dollars so Liberian people can be, traumatized
Yeah.
or that's more money or yeah. So 14.7 billion will be printed in 2026. In that 2026, yeah.
Yeah.
So that the people want to print the money. Oh.
Yeah, they continue coming. They bring the money, they continue. Just about money coming, they continue.
Wow. The people that want to 2029, I keep seeing, I foresee something. The people will reach themselves to a point that even when election 2029, you ain't get anything to lose. But that one you blame the Liberian people. And then the balance 64.3 billion Liberian dollars will be printed over the following years. That is what it said. So why are you printing money now? And they also said they'll be bringing 2,000 notes. 2,000 notes.
2009, no. They
Yes,
totally
like
ski for election 2029, but team, let me
2,000,
tell you something. We
2,000
will not
Liberian
allow
dollars
them.
note. When
Wow.
Josh we have brother 1,000 note, people are what it may bring 2,000 note. That thing making sense to you. I don't bring 2,000 note. 2,000 Liberian dollars, so you put it in note. They ready. They're coming. We coming. Like the country is so disorganized. Like we get different money in the country. They bring the coins when you pass it around, it's shaking in your pocket. Generally, say you get iron ore in your pocket. And the iron ore get shakes here.
People still holding the coin? People still holding the coin?
People holding it. I'm at the time, God post start refusing that coins, but people still holding the coins though.
Okay.
We get different money in the country. They get it ever since $20. They have it. Then they get a new $20. Then they get the other one. Then they get that other one. Everything just different. Then the people can bring 2,000 pen note again. They added to it. They are printing new money, talking about later money, talking about this. You look at the rate in this country. At least if the country, we our Liberian dollars is being prioritized, you say, yeah, we get the money here. But USD has been prioritizing our country. You're able to stabilize the country to at a point where we'll use Liberian dollars, because these are things that she would do that people will say, oh yes, when the main government came to power, there was certain thing that other government didn't have to, but they did it. But nowadays, the value of USD in this country is very high. If you go and buy something and you do not have USD, you have Liberty, you got to add extra money on it. You have the rate that it's changing for, you get it. If it is 920 Liberian dollars, you have the 920 Liberian dollars, and then the business will tell you make it 1,000.
Yeah.
You got to add $80 there.
But
So
in fact, there's certain you can buy LD.
Yeah, certain you can buy LD. They'll tell you they can order. Our own currency is not even being valued, but yet it's still they care. All they care about is their pockets and their bellies. That is what they care about. But Ben, if you have nothing to say on this, let her few Liberians properly. They want to speak about this issue. Sure. And then we call it a day. 0773-419-502, 0773-419-502, 0555-184711, 0555-184711, 0773-978-564, 0773-978-564, 0880-907-907, 0880-907-907. These are the numbers to participate. Good morning.
Good morning, Sonora. Let me say good morning to Ben.
Morning, my brother.
Yeah. And that cash that you are talking about, the reason for printing that cash in the mind of our government at the time, we were very, very strategic and sensitive to the plight of the Liberian people. More people, they trade in $5 when you are buying cool water. So the president being someone that was on the sidewalk saying, he said, no, don't bring cash. So that when the oil is selling on the sidewalk, you can just take your cash, just put it in the cooler, and it will not easily spoil. So we say using that cash, and the people are accepting it. That was the reason for that cash. And the second reason why, President, we have ever printed money, it was very, very important at that time. Because when Grandma Ellen Johnson selling and Joe Barker printed that money, they never retrieved the chartered money from the market. They said we should use it together. So at the end, analysis, when our government came to power, the money was in a very bad condition. The $5 could no longer be used. The $10 could no longer be used. Even the money that was printed by Barker and Ellen Johnson selling, the money would just break in the center. So the cry was huge. It was necessary that we bring the money. And we want to bring the money. The very last portion of that money was brought into this country by the very Barker government in 2024. This very voice of Liberia raised an alarm. It was a tussle between Sekou Sherry and the communication director at Central Bank while they brought the money secretly. Later on, we got to know that they actually brought the money to the country. The next question we asked, what they are saying about printing additional bank note, it's not enough. It's not sufficient. You talk about the no, you're not bank note on the market. That's not true. You talk about you eliminate the bank note on the market. That's not true. Because we are not seeing what you are talking about.
They say
So
they're printing half a billion US dollar to correct MOK. Half a billion they printed to correct.
Okay. So you see where we are? They're putting $2,000 note there so that it can be easily carried. The Ghana will stock it in their suitcases. They will stock it in their house. That you will not even know that they're carrying huge amount of money. But they should raise serious alarm from the opposition community. This is a threat. This is a same threat to 2029. This is a threat to our economy. And we're not sit here to allow that to happen. We're going to continue to raise the alarm that Boaka, you are threatening on a bad note, and you need to be careful. Everything that you will do here, 2029 has to be a buster. I don't care how many billion US dollar, how many billion Liberian dollar, 2029 just got to be a false start for you. Thank you.
Thank you. This person, good morning. Let's be able to talk to another person here quickly this morning. We take a few calls and then we wrap up. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, you're live.
Yeah, thank you. I am Archie Newton calling from District 17.
Okay.
Yeah, you see, this government want to bring a serious problem in this country, right? They are not telling us the actual things that they want to do. What are the money in circulation currently? What are the money in the reserve? What is the money that is mutilated and they want to replace? But they just go straight to 79 billion. What they want to do, the same thing they did before President we have to power. What they want to do, they want to put enough money, carry to the horses, infuse the market, escalate the rate to 1,000, almost 1,001, and infuse, exploit the US dollar and carry to the horses to keep it and suffer the next government that will kind of what they want to do. Because that money is too much. That money is too much. They just want to exploit the country to support the economic system, but the next government that will kind of what they want to do. And the same thing they want to do here. But the money that was on the market were not even part of the banking system. They were just on the market. They had it. The rate was going as far as 300. The past government 40, 40, 40, 40, and the rate was stable. I think they want to do. People are
Okay.
crafted in wickedness.
Okay, thank you. Those of you on the live video asking for the numbers to participate, just look on the screen. You're watching the live video. We have the numbers, it's on the screen there. And it's also in the comment section. But shortly we'll be wrapping up. So I don't know as to if we'll have that much time to be able to take all of your calls. But we are saying that the issue that has to do with the printing of new money until it reaches to that point for us to say yes, this is necessary, we're saying that it is not, right? It is not at all, because I think that they are doing it intentionally. Everybody want to get a cut. That is how it is. That is how it works, though. Everybody want to get a cut and all of that. So they will do it like they're doing it in favor of the Liberian people. Morning.
Yes, Amira.
Morning. Your name and where do you join
Yes.
us from?
This is Jared Plato calling from Pongfu.
Okay.
But apart from the issue you're discussing, I've been trying to get to you seriously.
Mm.
So I call Man City to help me in the process now. I get a call for you to use the number, please. I have something serious for the discussion.
Use this number. Is it personal?
Yeah, personal, my sister, personal.
Let me see whether I can get the number. Okay. You said your name again?
Jared Plato.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Ben, we have to wrap up. We have to call it a day. What do you have to say to your people? Talk to your people, Ben, and let's wrap up.
Well, to say this to the Liberian people, let us remain resilient, but very conscious and be mindful of the happenings in the country and take down records. But do not give up. Do not give up. One thing we can guarantee you is that the current opposition is not weak, but the current opposition is operating from a position of strength. His Excellency Dr. George Manuel Weah is not a confrontational leader. He's a man of wisdom, and he tolerates, but he have a level of tolerance. President Weah is prepared. He's fit. He's active. He's engaged. He's monitoring, and President Weah will redeem the country from the reckless tyranny of the dictator in Joseph Yuma Bwaka. We're gonna show you. We can also assure you that people like Darius DeLon who lied to you and stole your votes to sit as senator, the end of DeLon is coming. And in 2029, will ensure that DeLon will be removed from the House of Senate. A decent character in Jefferson Tamakoji, a son of West Point, an orphan, a survivor, will be elected as the next senator of Monterey County. Those are loyal people who will have in the Senate and responsible people. We're gonna show you that the government have the power to remove the people who fighting for you in the house, the Yeke Koluba. They expel Yeke today. But we want to guarantee you that Joseph Barker, Jeremiah Kuhn, and all those other people, including Rachel Kuhn and Thomas Faraday, all of them who came together, who have ganged up against the Liberian people, 2029 will be their payday. Go to the market and sell. Go about your normal activities. Your president is weird. Joseph Boakai is the devil in your lives. When you go to God, always pray to God against the devil in Joseph Yuma Boakai and pray for God to give you long life and pray for God to give you the good health so that in 2029 we can vote against the devil in Joseph Boakai and the demon in Jeremiah Kun and the wicked lying director. We can vote all of them out and also in a decent government headed by George Weah and restore sanity in Monterey County with Senator Jefferson Koji.
Okay.
My name is Ben Belief Tokba. It's been a
Okay.
very great time on the show, teammate. It's been a great show, and I want to say goodbye onto this segment.
Okay, thank you so much, Ben. Let me say bye bye to Liberians. It has been a really, really great conversation here on Good Morning Liberia. We will be here next time with another edition of the show. All you need to do is to keep following this platform and keep getting informed. Liberia will get better, but those who are in power, they need to get that mindset that we're here for the people, not ourselves. We're not here to fill our belly. We're not here to put money in our pockets, but we're here to be able to serve the people. Until then, we will not have the Liberia that we all want. We need a leader who will have this country at heart. My name is Samira One Lie, and I am Samira One Lie. Do have yourself a pleasant day. Bye bye.